Come na come. Um, so now let's start the code. Then on oh, let's start the code. So we start again. So today we're going to study of Python. Okay, Python study going to Python. So Python docs. Okay, now Python docs. Now our documentation for Python docs. So we are developing API. Now API. Okay. So Python docs for API. For API. So let's build up Python docs for API. Okay, fast API.com. What is this? Testing a fast and high performance, easy to learn. Okay, ready for production. Okay, what? This is a good one. So now, okay, this is open source. That's perfect. So it is everything. If anyone knows the code, they can make it good. Okay, very good. So which is very interesting. Let's see what is it. I don't know this all thing. Okay. Some basic, really I'm basic in the Python. So documentation. Let's directly dive into the documentation. So first I have to decide which is best. Fast API or we have learned. Okay. What are the framework from which we can develop API. From which we can develop API in Python. So we're building our API using Python. Okay, so let's see all the framework. Okay, so today we're gonna concurrently code and learn Python day to day. Okay, just step by simply. At the end, we'll definitely make us something special. Once we have completed, there are the eight that are Django REST API, Flask RESTful API, Falcon, and Connection, Fast API. That's what we just seen. Hog, EV, Corneo. First, let's check up Django. Okay, so let's check up the Django. Now Django will learn about Django. Okay, so Django is the Python based. Django is the Python based. Django is a Python based REST framework used a lot by a developer to build a web API resistant for the representational state transfer, which is used for web-based architecture for the data communication. It uses HTTPS to make a calls between machine, get, put, post, and delete are few standard method used in the Django REST framework. Okay. Okay, if you are totally, I'm little bit coder, okay, for the Java, but I'm totally new in the Python, so I'm just making this congruency as it will definitely help the newer or yes what they feel. I'm definitely a good developer for the Java. I'm the professional, okay, so in the Java. So but I'm like a noob. Okay, noob poorly noob at the IDE. Okay, so what I am starting to code this for just for the sake of studying. I am just starting to learn, and I want to share my all the experience with you guys. So in initial stage, how to learn, how to get everything. Okay, I am just a hidden coder for last decade, but right now I'm in the live. Okay, so I'll definitely start to learn a live Python, and I'll see my progress by own. If anyone doesn't see, I think that won't be a case, but definitely if anyone doesn't see, I'll just see it from how I have started launch. Okay, so I know definitely know the fewer terms, because definitely you know that learning a fewer terms, I'm from jumping from next language to another language. Yes, just one language from another language. I'm from Java to Python. Okay, so I'm not shifting from Python to Java, because I have developed lots of application in the Java. So if you're in the Java, if you're on the Python, just like if you're the code like other things. Okay, if you need anything regarding Android Studio. Okay, so Android, if you want to develop anything in the Android, so definitely contact me. I'll definitely put up the videos live. So from today I'm just starting to learn everything. Okay, from live. So get, maybe get try to so you, everyone can get. Yes, if they watch this video, they will definitely get something from this. Okay, because they know the initial experience. So noob programmer also can get everything and every sense in their mind, because without that no one can get everything. Yes, so I'm last time I'm just I have just got uh, I didn't knew that there is a 8 Python framework. There is Django REST framework, Flash, RESTful API, Falcon. I have heard about the Falcon and Django REST framework, and Fast API. Okay, I have heard these three, but definitely I have seen something new too. Yes, so that is Django REST. That is good one. We'll definitely see which is best. So Flash RESTful, Falcon, Connexion, Fast API, Hog, EV, Cornius, Cornices. So I think I've seen that lots of Python developer has used a Django or REST framework. If you know a Django, okay, that's the best one. If you doesn't know a Django, don't go to a Django REST framework. I've heard from that programmer. Okay, so I have a programmer friend who is in the Python. He code best in the Python. Okay, so Flash RESTful, Falcon, Connexion, Fast API, Hog, EV, Cornicky. So first we'll learn everything. Okay, about everything. So Django is the Python based REST framework used a lot by a developer to build a web APIs. REST stands for the representational transit transfer, which is used for a web based architecture. For data communication, it uses HTTP to make a call between the messages. Okay, that's same. Every API is used from HTTP. So because we cannot make any APIs, okay, from our end without group. uh, you can, but that won't be a good and outstanding. Okay, so definitely we need something special. So get, put, post and delete are the few standard methods used in the Django framework. So Django REST framework is just a way to build out a REST API using Django. So it's just a toolkit that we can work with. It gives us a lot of extra functionality using pip. You can install the Django REST framework in the single command on your system. But before installing REST framework, you need to have a Python 3.5 and above. Okay, if you have lower than the Python 3.5, okay, so let's check me which version of API, which version of Python did I have. I think I have installed Python for last Python dash version. So that is 3.9.5. I can install the Django because okay, so I have a above version than 3.5. I have 3. I have above version than 3.5. Okay, 3. I have Python 3.9, so I can definitely install 3.5. I have 3.5 plus Django. Okay, so which is brilliant. Okay, that's some beautification. And a Django on the system, Django REST features framework, web browserable APIs, and has a huge usability for the developer. Okay, so it can, web browser APIs has a huge usability for the developer. Yeah, definitely that is. So we are learning it. Okay, so I'm going to learn it. Multiple in built-in authentication policy. Okay, it is very good. Serialization which support the both ORM and non-ORM data structure. ORM and non-ORM data source. Extensive and good documentation for the referrer and the loan. So extensive and good documentation for the referrer and loan. Okay, we'll consider this point, okay, as a main sense. Okay, so we'll definitely see this as a main point. Or very active community support. Definitely, if there is a Python, there is active community support, and Python and Java is this two programming languages active community support. Okay, that's some good languages. If you are just starting to learn the coding world, just join the Python. Okay, that's a good one, because I think that is an emerging market for, if but you have to know the differences between Python and Java. Okay, so you have to know two differences between them. So definitely, so let's move on. So trusted by the organization like Red Hat, Mozilla, and Heroku. So it is trusted by Red Hat. Red Hat, that is hacker group. Mozilla, you definitely use as in the browser. So Heroku, that is a company which provide the hosting services. So that is good one, because if Heroku has done that, then Heroku has a free hosting also. So definitely you can try it if they are supporting it. Definitely, if you have the good Python, then Heroku will definitely run everything. Every framework will be supported by the Heroku, because every framework is using a Python. Okay, so don't be confused. Supports automatic UI writing to the Django. Okay, it supports the automatic URL routing to the Django. So Django, if you are making a website as well as API, then definitely use the Django. Okay, because that's a good point. So I have found this just now. So testing, caching, and throttling, it is okay. Good one. Throttling means yeah, you can just send the lots of traffic and see the its reaction. Okay, so definitely if your code working for you, it doesn't mean that it will work for mass. Okay, in mass it may fail. Okay, so that you have to know and you have to consider that. So REST framework is an extensive of the Flask framework used by the developer to build the REST API quickly. It is known for making a micro web services because it has a very lightweight model. It will ship and require only a few code lines to initialize the Flask and start using it to make a API. Okay, very good. This is very good. So it is light. If you need a light, then you can get everything. It is straightforward to set up and encourage best practices for the building API. In the last few years, many features have been added to Flex, and now it is as a good as a full stack framework. Okay, so now it is very good. It is lightweight if you have a very garib computer. Okay, if you have very poor computer, or if you have very poor system, okay, then you definitely have to use a REST Flex responder. Provides resources, which is the building block of the Flex response. It is used to access the multimedia HTTP methods, comes with the field modules and the Marshal with the documents and for the data formatting. Okay, allow you to control. Okay, very good. Falcon, what is Falcon? Okay, this is a board. Okay, Falcon, which is speed, which is known for speed. Okay, so I think Falcon will just make a speed, high performing as large scale application backend microservices. Okay, very good. This is what we are sourcing for. Okay, if you are planning to make a biggest app in this world, okay, then just use this. I'm just kidding, because I didn't know anything about them. Okay, but just, they are with their name. I'm judging with the name. Okay, so don't judge a book by its cover. Yes, but I'm judging by their name. Okay, I'm just not following that rule. So it comes with a built-in server and debugger for the development. Okay, lightweight with a minimal setup. Major use for the faster performance. Mapping of a URI to the resource are REST inspired. Support the routing. HTTP protocol handles the media handling. Cookies and URI utilization. May integrate with the NoSQL easily. Okay, perfect. So do you know the SQL and NoSQL calculate? So that is also a topic. Okay, we'll learn basically. Supports the integrated unit test, provides the support for the secure cookies. It supports Python 2.7 also, 3.5 also. Okay, PyPy. Convex handles the request automatically. Okay, fast API. Okay, this is a good one. I think I'll go with this one. I'll just train something, but this is a good one, I think. Okay, so because it has lots of things. Okay, and it is majorly used for the building asynchronous way. Okay, asynchronous way application. Asynchronous way application. So I want this. because I at the end my plan is to make an Android app. Okay, so I'm trying to make an Android app from where people can play a quiz. Okay, so that is definitely best on this. Okay, so I'm definitely going with my own plan. Okay, so definitely don't feel sad. Let's make something good and brilliant. Okay, so the following are the sum of its feature, that is OpenAI JSON schema, automatic client code generation, Swagger user interface to call and test API from your browser. Okay, interactive API documentation, automatically create a documentation. That is a big point. I've just learned something from it. Reduce 40% of the bugs generated by the developer in the code. Okay, it will reduce, minimize the duplication of the code. Okay, interface editor VS code with the auto completion. Okay, it comes with the integrated security and authentication. Okay, perfect. So dependency injection system to handle all the dependency automatically. Fully compatible with the start, compatible with the starter. What is this? What is this? Is nice as a framework which is the idea for building external web services in Python. Okay, it is produced. Okay, so it is a main source. It is the main reason why it is asynchronized. Okay, very good. Here are the code. Okay, code snippet. So let's see what will happen. But I don't know. Okay, let's see. Okay, we'll jump with the fast API. Okay, so we'll code with the fast API. Okay, so let's go and create a CR documentation. So first, okay, so we are starting from it. So you easy to use a secure and privacy oriented payment gateway. Okay, what is this? I think that is add, if I am right. Okay, that was add. So we have decided to use fast API. Okay, so we'll just learn from it. Okay, we have just a many things. Okay, so we have lots of things: crypto API, data, invest suite, talk Python training, fast API course. Okay, okay, there is a courses too. So let's see what is courses. Modern API with the fast API. Okay, what is course? Where is course? Okay, there is a pricing too. I think it is cheap for those who have lots of money. Okay, for me this is very pricey. I can't pay it. Pay once, own it forever. Okay. Oh, it means that they won't gonna to upgrade it. So I'm just understand it. 100% money back guarantee for how many days? For first 2 week. First 2 week I even don't start to read a main thing. Okay, because I'm just learning a basic course for 2 weeks. I cannot do a continuous coding for 8 hours, 12 hours, 100 hours. Okay, so I cannot. But definitely I'm gonna try in this channel for around. I'll code for 100. I'll code for 10 hours or 12 hours and try to make something that is extraordinary. So if I can, okay. I'm taking different challenges here. So if you want, you can use it. If you can, if you want, just join with the subscribe channel. Okay. So let's okay 1 to 5 member. Okay, what is this training for the whole team? I done I learn from the documentation. Okay, I'll leave it to it. I have my power to learn from API. So let's see the Microsoft Kabir Khan. What the Kabir Khan tells? Okay, I'm using a fast API tons these days. I'm actually planning to use it for all my team's ML service at Microsoft. So ML means machine learning. Okay, so some of them are getting integrated into the core Windows product and some Office's product. Okay, fast API is now using for Microsoft too. Where up the fast API level to spend the rest server that can be query to obtain a prediction. Okay, so I think everything I have using for the Uber. I think Uber means so they are using maximum for ML. If they are using for ML, then this is the best thing. Okay, because ML get tons of requests per second, so which is very good. So definitely I have choose the best. I think. Okay, according to this, Netflix is pleased to announce the open source release of our crisis management orchestra framework, Dispatch, built with Fast API. Okay, Netflix is built with Fast API. So Python Byte podcast host. Okay, podcast. So I'm over the moon excited about Fast API. It's so fun. So it may be honestly what you have built looks super solid and polished. In many ways, it's what I learned I wanted used to be. It's really inspired to see someone build that. Okay, so let's see it. What are they? So how to install everything will be from tomorrow. Okay, so we'll I think I'll come live after some hours. Okay, so just I'll go for a ride and I'll come back. So this will be the one, and we'll go start with the fast API. I think this will be the definitely which should you use as API. Yes, so perfect. So see you soon. Bye. Have a good day. Bye.